my scripture. Thank you. Okay, this is a different hangout. I'm gonna start this hangout tonight. I'm gonna do this in English because I have quite a few people who want to follow in English. And if you have another language you speak and on another language you understand, hvis du bare forstår norsk, skriv en link til meg, så skal jeg lage et nytt opptak til deg. But tonight I'm going to speak English because many people follow only speak English. So tonight, this webinar is called Feel Good is the Beginning of Your Love Story. Everybody wants to feel good, and we all know that we deserve to love and to be loved and happy with ourselves and with others. And it's like if you want to do beautiful dance with someone else, you have to know your basic steps on your own. You have to know your styling. And you have to be willing to let go and be in the moment and to go with the flow of the music and your partner. So my story is I've achieved quite a few things, and that's what make you feel good. You know, when you go for your desires. Many people are allergic to goals, so I prefer to call it desires, what we prefer to do, because we all have different preferences. This is what makes us humans different. And that's what makes it fun to find out what other people prefer as well. And this makes it diversity, which makes it an interesting world. So the beginning of the love story is to feel good. So which way do you best take care of yourself? Today, I've been doing quite a few different things. It's been a hectic day, but I've been to the gym, I've been training, I eat well. And today I have even got myself a facial mask. And the thing is, there's many, many ways. There's not just one way, but any way you do to make yourself feel better will help you to feel good. But if you want to be the best version of yourself, I suggest you do all the things that make you feel better about you. Move good, taking care of yourself, your skin, doing the best you can with what you have. I have a question for you that I would like you to think about and write in your book. I'm going to talk about a book many times, and this is my book in my bookshelf. I have a lot of books. I read books, but I also write books. This is my book about what I'm going to achieve this year, and I keep writing new things that I want to achieve. And it's so interesting to read back all the things that I can check off. Okay, so my next question is, when did you feel the best about you or most proud of yourself? Whichever way you like to think about it. And I'd like you to write it down. And I'd like you to go back, because that activates good feelings within you, that you can go back and use positive memories as a trigger to feel good about yourself. because so many times we talk about what we haven't achieved. But if you talk about things you have achieved, you see and you feel and you know the power that you have within, and that will help you to awaken and to go for more of the things you want in your life. So I'm excited if you'd like to share something on my page, because it's not a question and answer here. Then I'll be very happy to interact with you on my page on the Feel Good on Facebook. Okay, so why should we feel better? Well, many people say just want to take care, I just want to love somebody. But when I feel better, I have to give to others. In fact, when you're on an airplane, they say you have to take oxygen mask first for yourself before you can help anyone else. And that is the fact with anything in life. Unless you love yourself, unless you feel good about yourself, you cannot take care of anyone else, because it's the feeling good, it's the good intention that gives you the power or the value to the other people. And what you want to share and give value of is how you feel good about you. And so it's important that you do things that are important to you. It's not good to sacrifice anything. It's good when you go for what you want and then you share with others. This is the best way to be satisfied where you are and to share this. And when people respond to it, this is upliftment. This is synergy. This is teamwork. This makes a better world when we can be happy for each other. That's the beautiful part. And this is the thing about feeling good is the love, beginning of your love story. Attraction is only real when it's mutual, when it's reciprocated, because it's a feedback of your emotions. If somebody giving you good emotions back, it means, yeah, you are feeling good. If somebody's angry with you, you probably triggered something in them. So always you have the opportunity to look at yourself or blame someone else. So attraction is movement of good feelings in the interaction, and success is taking others with you. And that's so important, because I've been a power lifter. I've achieved well, the best in my sport. I've become a world champion. I know how to achieve a goal, but you cannot do you have to take others with you. You have to work as a team. Even though this was an individual sport, you have to work well with the coaches and the people around you, and you work as a team, because you cannot achieve big things on your own. It's not possible. You're so much stronger with other people. So this is within us, and we all want to feel good, and we want to feel connected, like we're part of the universe, which we all are. It's a matter of perspective. So when you smile, you recognize other people that smile too. That's the good part. And when your mindset change, you will start to feel different. You will see the world different around you, and everything starts to change. And people will start to respond to you differently too. And that's the fun part. So we have many ideas because we want to feel good. But are you like me and you have started a few things but you didn't finish? And maybe even sometimes you have, after a while, you kind of stop thinking about what you want because you don't want to disappoint yourself. And so you never get started, in fact. This is kind of sad, because then we stop dreaming. When you were kids, you were so expecting, and that's a beautiful thing. And we're all supposed to be like that. We're all supposed to want more in our lives. This is development. This is creation power. Okay, successful people believe that they create their own lives. Unsuccessful people believe life happens to them. So which part do you want to be? Do you want to be successful, or do you want to be like a victim? The victim blames everyone else, or justify the situation or complain about it. But if you take control, the only thing you can, which is you, the way you look at things, the way you think, then you get your power back. This is the beautiful thing. So you only have two choices in life, and that is to feel better or to feel worse. So, and that depends on what you look at. or how you look at things. So for instance, if well, okay, let me give it an example. If you look in a direction and you feel bad, you're looking at in the wrong direction. You have to change and find some feeling or some thoughts that feels a little better. Then you can change gradually, one thought by one thought. This you can do as soon as you're able to let yourself go of the bad feelings and focus on the good feeling. Okay, so if you decide to focus on your perspective, you take control of you. And then you have control of the outcome, and then you can influence other people. Other people want to be with you. And that is the beautiful thing. That is the power of you. And we all have this choice. Since I found my passion to assist others, I started when I was 15 as a swim coach, and it's been in different areas just to make people feel better or do something a little better. I feel good about me and about my purpose. And I believe each of us can feel that moment of clarity. And I worked in many, many different ways, but now tonight I'm going to share with you a 6-step process that I have developed and has helped me to find clarity. I teach it to most people I meet. I have a European champion that uses this process, and we all go through the different steps, and it's about using the process to find clarity. So the first thing you want to know is, what do you want? What do you focus on? What do you want? Everybody have desires, and this is natural. This is good. This is good contribution to the world. It's very, very important that you dare to have desires and you know what you want. Your power is not conformity, but it's creating. What do you prefer? And the most important thing is to feel good intention. If you feel good with it, it's a good goal for you. If you feel bad about it, you should find something else first, or it could be because this one is has triggered much resistance. So start with something that feels pretty good, and then you can practice. Of course, you want all your goals, but start with something that's a little bit easier. Okay, so what you focus on is expands. So it's important that you focus on what you want. Many people say, I wanna lose weight, and they think this is a good thing, but it's not, because then you say, I'm not the right way, I'm not perfect, I'm not good enough. But if you say, if you like 75 kilos and you want to weigh 60, instead if you say, I want to weigh 60 kilo, when I'm 60 kilo, I'm going to feel really good, I'm going to feel, and I'm going to feel light, I'm going to move freely. This, everybody should be allowed to move freely, have this feeling. Okay, and why is this important, or how can we do this? Our brain is a mechanism, and it tells you, something called reticular activating system, and it's like a filter. There's 2 ways you can control your brain. It's consciously or subconsciously. So if you don't think about what you do, if you're just doing stuff, then it just goes on the old patterns that you've been trained. But if you want to change how you do your things, if you want to be more powerful, you have to become a little bit more aware. You have to start to feel. You have to reflect. You have to stop and think, does this feel good? If it feels good, do it. If it feels bad, maybe take a stop and look, what else can I do that feels better? So I would recommend that what you want, for instance, you can write, I want to earn 10,000 kroner tomorrow. Some people have strange things about money, but just as an example, you can write, I want 10,000 kroners tomorrow. So then you can say, oh, when I look in my bank account tomorrow, I see 10,000 kroners, I feel joy. My body starts to vibrate, and I jump in joy, and I shout, yes, I'm a money magnet, or something like this. And I smell this coffee, and I take a sip and celebrate, and the coffee tastes wonderful. So then you trigger all your senses. If you have some other goals, you can use it. It's the same thing. Write what you want, and then you try to trigger your senses, so you can imagine yourself, because it's only the future is not real. You know, it's what you imagine. Like when you're kid, you're very good at imagining. So this is a way of doing it. The other way is like you've been trained to. It's subconsciously by telling yourself, "Oh, I don't have time," and then your brain starts finding all the reasons. Then you're a lot in your head. You think a lot. Oh no, I don't have time. I have so many things to do, and then this becomes your story. So being busy is not very effective. It's not very productive, and only effective actions is success. So let me ask you, um, the key difference is, are you busy or are you doing effective things? So if you are like busy people, you have many priorities, but if you like effective people, you have a few priorities that you choose consciously. Are you like busy people to focus on action, or are you like effective people? Hi, we got company. Or are you like effective people who focus on clarity before you feel action or before you take action? So what I mean by that is, if it feels good, you know, this is clarity. It's like, yes, you feel nothing is going to stop me. I want to do this. Then it's time to take action. And this is like athletes. They think about it. They find this good feeling before they start. You can do this like athletes, even if you're not, if you don't do sports. Are you like busy people and multitask, or do you focus on one thing at a time? Are you like busy people who react emails or SMSs or Facebook Messenger as soon as you get it, or do you take some time when it's good for you to answer everything? Are you like busy people who talk about how they're too busy, or you effective people that make time for what is important? So be honest. Which one did you say most to? Yes, mostly like the busy people or like effective people. And this will tell you the outcome of your life. You have to start thinking a little bit different. So the truth of us that most people, we spend most of the time on just trivial tasks that are seem to be urgent. Oh, I have to do this. And so the outcome is very small in comparison to what we really want. So what you want to do is you want to find out what is important to you, so you know how to spend your time. That means if you're learning a new language, focus on the solution that will give you 80% of what you want. Like if you want to learn a language, you know, you want to be fluent, try make sentences. Don't sit and study too much grammar. Try to listen to languages, to movies or the music, and repeat it. Like kids, first you listen to it and then you repeat it. Focus on making it similar to what you want to achieve. If you're building a business, focus on a few vital features that gives you the result. Like if it's customer care, you know, focus on this. If it's getting in shape, focus on a few exercises that train your whole body. Okay, so how do we put this into action? Um, the thing, the next thing I want you to ask is, many people have, oh, I want this, and they don't really know why. And this is a very, very important thing, because you have to know why you want it. Because if it's what you find out why you want it, it gets aligned with your thought and your heart, and it's the inner drive. This gets you going. If it's just a thought, oh yeah, I want to have like everybody else, you're never going to do it, and you're just going to feel like you failed because you said you're going to do it but you're not doing it. So you have to ask yourself, why do I want it? And again, write in a book, why do you want it? And when you do that, you ignite your inner power. Then you become powerful. You are back in charge. You are in the driver's seat. So the more you can write about why you want it, the bigger the why, the easier the how. And it gives you the insight to the decision that you want to make. The drive gets so strong that it can't stop you. Um, because the first level is, if you only think, oh, that'd be nice. You know, then you can put words, oh, if I had a car, I could go everywhere. I could, you know, this is nice. And you can put words to it. But you know, big leaders, they have this gut feeling and they trust their instincts. Many people have this gut feeling, but they don't trust it. So it's important you trust your gut feeling, because this is most important. And many times you don't know why, but it's not important. You trust it if it's a feeling. And the third one is, if you know why, you feel it, and you can connect it with your brain, so you can explain why you want it. So when you get a clear mental picture, this is the people talk about using images to expand your story. This is what we're talking about. When you know why, you get glimpses of what you want, and you get pictures, mental pictures. When you have a clear mental picture, then you're close to your goal, and this is what you want. You want to activate these things. Okay, so when you know what you want and why you want it, the how becomes easy, because you know what kind of person you want to be. So it will help you in decision making. And you know, then you can figure out what is most important to you. And by doing what is most important first, everything else will be easier, or maybe not even necessary. As simple as this sounds, this is a question and coaching I have with many people, even European champions. Um, Many people are afraid to say no to people if they get invited to do something, you know. And it's not so much about saying no. It's really, if you look at it in a different way, this is a very good example. If you look at something bad, or if you look at something good. If you look at something bad, it's like, oh, I feel bad if I say no to somebody, they invited me or they asked for a favor. If you look at this in a different light, it's like, if you know what you want, focus on this. So say, ah, this is what I want to do. If this is what you want to do, and if it's what your friend is asking, then it's a yes. But if you want to do something and what your friend is asking is complete opposite, say yes to yourself first, and then you have time for good friends later. And your friends appreciate you when you're happy. They want to be more with you when you're happy. So it will be a win-win situation no matter what. And when you know this, what you want, why you want it, and now you wonder, how am I going to move forward? Then you try to look at 5 separate ways that you think will help you reach a goal. I'm not saying 3, I'm saying 5, because you start writing and you're in your head. But when you get to the 4th or the 5th, suddenly your own brain, your own voice, inner voice is helping you, guiding you um, to where you want to go. And this is the exciting journey, to start to listen to yourself, not to everybody else, not all the other experts. You're the expert on what you really want. And it's exciting to spend some time with yourself and write a book about what you want. Okay, so when you've written down 5, then you look at them and you feel, this one feels, it's okay. This one, no. But this one feels really, really good. So whichever feels best, that is the strategy you choose to go for. Because your feelings is your guidance. It's your inner voice that knows exactly how you feel and what you want. So not me, not anybody else, if they're coaching or whatever, you know, and you have to learn. Coaches can help you, assist you in pointing you in the right direction. So um, then number 5 in this 6-step process is unwavering feeling of positive expectations. Some people have a strange relationship to expectations and they think it's negative. But I'm talking about expectations, not demands. It's very different. So when you start to believe, you have positive expectation that your dream will come true and that you deserve it. You start to make it form a commitment, or it starts with a decision and then it gets stronger to commitment. And you only want, not only want, but you expect and act, and you act with passion because this is what you want. And life becomes exciting because you find this inner drive, and it's fun. And you not only want to complete it, but you want to excel, and you want to feel really, really good. So The thoughts and the feelings are the inner picture, it's in here, but the action is the bridge into the real world. So you can't just have thoughts and feelings and talk about things, and you can't just have action. You have to have both to feel like a champion, to feel all of you is part of your desire. That's when you will feel the fulfillment that you are a creator, that you are in charge of your own life. And that is a beautiful thing. I have some notes to not get lost. So, how you act is depending on your thoughts and your feelings. So, if you feel fear, you're not going to act at all. So how you think and how you feel is very much determining how you act, or if you act at all. And many people, we have fears. So this blocks most of us. But you can't really wait until you get rid of the fear. You have to decide to tame it, that you can do it anyway. And another thing, what is really the definition of fear? Fear is only anticipated pain. And anticipation is not real. It's you expecting, it's a negative expectation that you're going to feel pain. So it's not real because it's in the future. You can't say, raise your hand tomorrow. You can't lift your arm tomorrow because it's not real. It's only now that's real. So, this is a perspective. Your fear is blocking you, and your mind is really blocking you because it's made to protect you. So if you start feeling more and feeling your desires more, and you will then override your fears in your mind. Okay, so you practice your desires, and then your thoughts will support you and drive you and move you forward. I'm not saying jump off a cliff. I'm saying you can train yourself to go towards what you want. Okay, so by practicing your desires and find thoughts that support, so you start believing, and then you will act out of faith. So the acting is the faith. You're exercising what you believe, what you want. Okay, most successful people and millionaires, they're not savers, they're investors. They invest in themselves, they invest money in themselves, they invest time in themselves to learn new skills, to learn what they want, because everything you want is outside of what you already have. You have the power, but you have to train. You have to be willing to look at things a little bit differently, and maybe invest some time and money to learn something new. And this is possible for everyone. Okay, and then okay, so never stop learning. Invest time and money in learning a skill and put it into action so you can create anything you want. If you learn how to create a connection and grow a relationship, even if you lose this one or you decide to end it, you've not lost the skill in how to connect with people and how to grow a relationship. And that is more important. So I believe there's not just one soulmate. We all are in a way, because we are a reflection of each other and things that we are thinking about. So, so if you learn a skill, you can use it again, even if you lose something right in the moment. And you can only learn by your own experience. So you have to act. You can't just sit and read. And this is why school is not really working well, because it's knowledge, but you need the competence, and the competence you only get by acting. So do something, it's by experience that you will learn. And I get back to this point a little bit. Most people, they want instant results, and ask questions that slows down the process. Don't ask when, where, or who. Ask what you want and why, and enjoy the process. This is like if you go on holidays, you don't think about the end destination, because the end destination is home. You think about the journey. You think about all the new things you're going to discover. And the same is with your mind. The same is with your desire. You want to discover something new. This will enjoy this part. Okay, so find your why and focus on the feeling and start to look for evidence. And this again, you write in your book. So when you have decided what you want, why you want it, and you found the 5 strategies, you're feeling the best, and you start to follow this, then you look for evidence every day. Oh, today I look for, I met this person and they said something that gave me a clue to my next step, or they said they wanted to help me, or something. You find one small part. The more you do this, the better and easier it will become for you. So looking for evidence is step 6. And when you do this, you're only looking for progress that is taking you toward your dream. You're not looking for when, oh, it hasn't happened yet, and then you feel bad. No, you look for every step that make you move forward. Okay, and then the last step. So this is step 6. Then I messed up the numbers here. Review what you want daily, why you want it, and you plan, and then you make adjustments. When you don't feel good about it, stop and go out and look at nature. Nature is always the easy way to feel good, to appreciate nature. Do something that makes you feel good, and then you come back when you feel better. This is the 6-step process, and this is the most powerful way. When you start to listen to yourself, to your body, to your thoughts, and to your feelings, you become the master of your life. You become the expert. You will feel so amazing, and it's immediate, and you will feel like a miracle. And the changes will come easy. It's a mindset. It's if there's only 2 decisions in this world. You can choose to look at what's better, or you can choose to look at what's worse. And the decision is up to you. So, now, if this process is clear to you, that was a little bit over 30 minutes, but I am. If this process is clear to you, I'd be excited to hear about what you have decided and how you feel about this. And if you are a little unclear, it's possible for you to write on my page, and I give you half an hour coaching for free, because I want people to go for their dreams. I love it when I can be part of this process. It's so rewarding for me, and this is my passion. I love to be of help. So write as much as you can about what you want, why you want it, and then the 5 strategies. And if you're lost with this, write me. I'll help you. We book a time. And if you can't get going, even write to me and say you want my help. I'd love to help you. Thank you for watching. I hope everybody that wanted got the way in. Otherwise, I will have to do this again, and especially in Norwegian as well. Thank you so much for today, and I hope to hear from you on my page again soon. Thank you for your time.